All right, and we will go. All aboard. Old School Tuesday inside your morning stew. I tell you, brand new. All aboard. Welcome to July.
Sound like Lisa did direct traffic.
Why is that?
That is.
As I hear, it tell everybody back way, move back. Yes.
That is Lisa Love, Steve the Groove.
Mr. Frisco over yonder, so.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, get the hell out of bed, man.
All right. What's up?
That's the question. What up?
What it is, man?
Old School Tuesday.
It's a beautiful Tuesday, y'all.
Yes, it is. The first day of the 7th month of
First
the
day of the
2000.
Look at what I got the first day.
Look, Panamango.
It's
First
over now.
one that fell off for me. They were coming.
Yes, they am.
Oh, smells gorgeous.
I like Avagine tree. Avagine tree done beer and
Having a second crop.
no, just chilling till next year. Just it's over.
For real?
Avagine beer like from last 2 months ago. I don't know what kind of tree that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Second bearing?
no second. But I want just like your one, Lise.
No,
I
you
eat the
might.
first.
Remember what happened to me last year?
Well, this one he beer early. I don't get tired of mango before mango season come in.
Oh,
What?
for real?
What? Well, I eat my first avocado yesterday and this morning.
What kind?
I am in my...
What kind?
Maybe fourth.
No, from my sister, from Vera. Vera gave me two of them.
What kind?
Of her. These kind.
What are you? That butterpear? It look like butterpear, but
Very
Ah.
nice. I know that what I know one thing, but the pear.
it looks small. Butterpear.
It is good,
Butterpear.
But the pear.
Yeah.
Exactly. How you mean? I mean, listen
No
to the
matter
news
which
last
one
night.
it is, huh?
Listen to the news last night, and where Abelardo, my favorite ballet, he was talking, and he said the same thing we were going to talk about the other day. We see why I agree with that. Where they try to teach people not to say. He said DNC would have important role. Because they, why? DNC would play a very important role because they this and that. But why? I don't know.
Why what? What are you talking about?
When Abelardo Mai was saying that the DNC would have to play a very important role in what's happening with the cane farmers and stuff like that. But instead of saying DNC would have to play a very important role because of such and such, he said DNC will have to play a very important role. Why? Because of so. You never have to put in the why. That's a more thing for we record and read. Yes.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, they should have at least have motorcyclists. They should have at least cracked down on the helmet thing.
Mm-hmm.
They should have at least cracked down on the helmet thing. Right side of that, I could write letter ticket until people land and stuff like that. Because something gotta give, something gotta go. Another thing, I know the other day somebody I hear back in the day before automobiles were popular, they used to have ride by from horse. Yes, and then they had drive by in a car. Now it look like then they got sail by now.
Oh yeah.
Sail by. We never talk about that sail by. We got on the swing bridge. So another thing now. Pretty soon I got fly by. Why?
They don't already have it.
Yeah, true. But yeah, man. And it's hard to track then the one on the water because you can't get like.
I don't think it's the first time either. There was a shooting already where
Yeah,
individuals.
yeah. I remember when people would jump in the water and everything. I had to swim on shore.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, and instead I thought that AAA imports robbery.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been an inside job.
Well, I mean, you just read that the first thing come to mind.
That the first thing come to mind. They going to deliver. Who else want to know they going to deliver something except somebody on the inside?
It's true.
Just waiting.
I tell you something. Yo, you know Murphy's Law? Where anything we could go wrong, going wrong.
Go wrong. Mm-hmm.
You know, they escape them back up, you know, not just anybody vehicle, you know, the mirror. They back up in the mirror vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Then they catch one. So once they catch one, you know what that means? Everybody get caught.
all.
Everybody get caught. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's rough. If you hijack a vehicle, make sure nobody behind you when you back up.
It's
Get
true.
away. We're glad that nobody got hurt.
Yeah.
The other thing to make that where I always figure out I make that look like could have been set up. Who want to do a robbery with one hammer? With one hammer.
Nobody's gonna know.
Cause they have to stop the vehicle.
Yes, with one hammer.
Nobody's gonna
Yes.
No, one man had a gun. One man had a gun. One man had a hammer.
So you don't.
But
So you don't know the song. So you don't know the song. Stop.
the hammer.
Hammer time.
Yeah.
Hold on. You take bad thing make laugh right now. Like,
Oh gosh, man.
but I
Well,
mean,
it's not bad thing,
the
I
door,
know you get
yo,
hurt.
the door was open. I mean, that's the only rationale I come up with. The man had a hammer.
Yes.
You remember the song? I stop. Hammer time. I go to hell for that one. Apologies to the people who were involved. I know it was very traumatic. We don't wish that on anybody, but still, it's a good joke. Stop. Hammer time. Old school Tuesday though. God damn it.
Month ever.
What?
Best month ever.
It's going Dara.
What's going on with him? He's having a birthday today.
I hope the band
It's
tell
his
me, say bring some
birthday.
dinner for me or something.
What
We done got your picture already, my boy.
was he? Ralph, good morning. Good morning, Ralph. Over there in Camelote.
Yeah. We got the same picture, Dara. We got the picture. We got your picture.
We have it already.
Old school Tuesday.
Dara call for remind me thy birthday.
Of course, that's what you do.
Dara, how dare you not think that we the type of thing that we don't got your picture for your birthday? Especially for old school Tuesday, like
I
for
mean,
your birthday happened.
For the last 2
Well,
weeks,
old
Lisa had to remind me if she want to come up.
Of course.
Right?
And y'all gonna
And we-
hear it.
We did do the best to play like we know the year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody please show me brand new ride I just get.
Hey.
Yes. I like your light. I like
Put it
your
up, put it
light.
up. Brand new.
Just for you.
Yeah, boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
man.
bling blingers. Put it up, put it up.
Yeah. I trying to set up with your bike.
Put up the blingers.
Mhm.
Let's go, Lexi. Put up the blingers.
Bling bling.
Right there, you know the seat then.
Wait there, you know, see
It
that
is right
freaking bike?
there.
We got the lantern from the side.
Why you want to give away the whole seat? There it
Oh,
is.
you think they
There it
down
is.
there?
Brand new.
Look there.
There it is, baby.
That is not old, that is patina.
Patina, if you spray paint on that, the paint not even on stick.
Okay.
You put what?
Paint, you not even on stick.
Why?
Old school Tuesday. Jump on the handle, Millie boy.
I had afraid that
Lisa, jump on the step nut. We out of
Look at
here.
there.
Wait there. Yeah.
I'll go in
but-
the bar.
Yeah.
Then say it.
I'll go in the crossbar.
That is it. There
Last
it
night
is.
I had a thing like deja vu amnesia.
Deja vu amnesia.
What
Deja
on
vu
earth?
deja vu amnesia. That time
Yeah,
you know
deja
you
vu
forget.
amnesia.
Yeah. You know you forget the same thing already, but you forget the what?
Oh,
Yes. You know you've
I
been here
forgot to
already.
remember what it was.
Yeah. That true? That's true. Um, but yeah, the other thing too, and instead of go on, is that our cane problem bigger than we think. It's not even insects or stuff like that. That is soil, the fight. One thing we name fusarium, which is a soil fungus. That's the way they, I mean, how you do that? How you fix that?
Mm-hmm.
You have to spray it into the soil or something. That's weird. That is soil. We have to plant in the rebel.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah.
I know. Well, you give me a new light there. I never sure what part which part of the plant the fusarium
Mm-hmm.
affect. But I remember when they first detected. So it's gotten worse. They're saying that when you got low on old cane, when you're doing new stuff, cause Santander stuff that no affect for them stuff. I don't know. They don't know. It just grow. I don't know how they do anything, but basically they said that the old cane, because the old cane is susceptible to things because it's old. So I read that last week.
Yep.
So newer cane are like, okay, you have to get rid of all in cane and grow new cane. Rather than
And
have
the
the same
fusarium,
cane grow.
yeah, the fusarium fungus, they say that it causes vascular wilt, root rot, foot and stem rot,
Yep.
leaf lesions, fruit rot, head blight in cereals,
No good
and
for nothing.
post-harvest decay. You're not good for nothing, like the Dr. Fly.
So yeah, that's what they
Prevention.
say. You know,
Yeah.
like Santander have newer cane, they
Yeah.
turn over any cane, whatever they do, they don't
Mm-hmm.
have none of that problem. But yeah,
So, but tell me something where I don't understand, right? And I know it's legislation and all of that. But seeing something like this, that our sugar industry is in trouble, and we have another sugar producer, which for some reason, not a deal with BSIS, ASRB, whatever,
no, they're not
ABCD,
on the local
whatever.
market, none at all.
Exactly, exactly. But what I'm saying is, seeing that our local market is threatened, can't there be legislation? Because Santander may say, yo, we may willing, but nobody may ask we. Remember the other day?
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
can't do
If you fill the
something to
gap,
shore up,
if you fill the gap, but
yeah,
that don't
to
even a
fill the
Belizean
gap.
company,
Yo, well,
a Guatemalan
because,
company. So
yeah, you see there, that's the way you call it, between a rock and a hard place now.
Why?
Because, come on, Lisa, make us spell it out. But
All right.
anyway,
So someone is saying it says the soil is not good anymore from over 50 years of burning.
well, I actually think that burning helped the soil.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why. That's why
well, on the
people.
soil, they say the cane, the old stock, the same cane, they grow over and over and whatever, however name.
and become
Okay.
and it becomes susceptible to the
Yeah,
fungus,
because
and
there are
then
no new versions of cane and new breed. So
yeah, but
basically they say like that, like with people, the older you get, the more you know, the
you have to
more
bring new breed in,
you're
yo.
easier to get sick than a young body.
Mm,
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so
Um,
that's some of the stuff them in the talk about.
but the question where I want to know now that they said that it's in the soil, even if they change the type or whatever kind of cane, they will have to definitely do something to the soil first, because whatever cane they bring, that fungus is in the soil.
Yeah, but for even do that, no, that one another cost, that one big money.
Exactly. Exactly. My point indeed.
That's a big
But I have to
money.
tell you something. I would have definitely, with a very, very long teeth, talk with Santander, because we don't want our sugar. But actually, no, I don't know if we don't want to do that neither, because if we find a way to ease out our farmers, I'm pretty sure, and it work, I'm pretty sure that they'll stick with that way. But
Yeah, something there that now
mm-hmm.
one option where you could think about. Maybe if you fill one
yeah,
void, but Not
to fill a
to
void, exactly.
no
But
long
yeah,
term.
well, that's why the people get paid the big money, and we hope that they come up with big ideas with time like this.
Yeah. I
So
well,
a funny
you know,
thing, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean hilarious, but it's a funny thing
Mm.
Fusarium,
that
Fusarium come like a thief in the night last year.
Mm-hmm.
exactly. But this you could also, if let's go say now that the cause of it, like you said, is one old stock and like that. That would mean again the same way that happened with the Mennonites and the potato, where there are certain things that is should be their responsibility
Yeah,
as
well, just
cane
me I
farmers.
mentioned like, you have to
Yeah,
and
as
you know we
cane
kinda
farmers.
I know we kinda field management they do rather than just chop burn and grow.
Yeah,
Kinda
as
day in
cane
time, yeah.
farmers,
Yeah, you have to but I'm money too,
you
that's why they
need
want a fair trade agreement, so
yeah, but
I
at
don't
the
know,
same
but yeah.
token, at the same token, if you know that you got one fishing hole and that the way everybody go fishing, you have to regulate it. You have to take
Of
care of
course.
it. Make sure fish not run out. And it's the same thing with producers. I would imagine if you realize, you know what, we have, or unless maybe they didn't know. But that again would be another thing because if you have industry, you need to get CEOs and
Mm.
advisors
You
to
need an
CEOs.
advisor. What
Yeah,
is
an
wrong with
Well,
you?
advisor.
the cane farmer they have to
Whether,
know they have to do their thing. I mean I don't know if they want
yeah,
thing when they just say go and then when whatever come you deal with it,
deal with it.
or you have a
Uh,
plan for say you have to, what are the things that will affect it down the road.
yeah. Because one
So
simple thing,
you don't know.
one simple thing like soil analysis, you'd have figured that they have somebody that's doing one yearly soil analysis or something like that. Not hard for do. Dig up one little thing of dirt and just say what kind of stuff, how is this soil? This must could have been something that they could have caught before you
Before we
get
got to
this.
this point, huh?
Yeah, because no, down to the thing where you need to grow your thing, not the work.
Mm-hmm.
So
Plus they
hopefully
had
we're
one
ready to this.
I don't know, I guess they could I mean, decimate the whole thing. What happened is they had labor shortage, couple of factors.
Had weather.
Weather. So they still had cane in the fields,
Mm-hmm.
after the season closed. They still had cane in the field.
Mhm.
So now they talk about use mechanized methods for harvest the cane now rather than manpower.
Mm.
Where be more efficient. Nobody
Yeah.
want nobody want to go cut the cane.
Mm.
Manual labor. Nobody
Right.
want to do that.
International sugarcane. Yep. International sugarcane expert Casale says pesticide sugarcane. 1 year to 2 year delay to dig up the old crop, take off the soil and replant sugarcane shoots. I
And that's
completely
it.
don't understand what you say, but
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
that's the thing. You could do that, but then in the meantime, then what? No sugar crop. People go out of
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
business. You can't afford that. That's the
wait, you
problem.
understand what that? I can read that again because
No, you say you have to
1 year.
basically. I don't know what the level or the extent of the damage with the
Oh,
fusarium.
take like a year off or
Yeah, but you
something.
can't do that because people got any money and loans and things out.
Yeah,
They have to pay
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You can't do that. What I think,
Bunch of stuff died up there.
I don't know sugarcane soil expert, but
But
I would imagine they would need to take parts of like a cane farm and work on a part at a time. You know,
mm-hmm.
There might have been a level
you
of
know,
there might have been a level of complacency on the part. I don't know when they are blamed for that.
yeah.
They could say,
Mm.
well, we're not going to get a premium, this, that, whatever. But
Mhm.
like what you say, Groove, you don't wait for the thing come. You try to stay ahead of the game, protect your investment. One steward says they need new cane jacks to plant and get rid of the old one here and they use for donkey years.
Mm.
Whatever that cane jack is, I guess that in
And
the,
if not on cane jack,
I guess that the part will grow. New cane. So, there's a level of, well, it grow with the work, it no matter.
Yeah.
The miller was pushing. Remember one time the miller made a push for quality rather than quantity.
Mm-hmm.
It was a big thing when they bring in some machine we test the key in.
Before they squeeze that.
Remember big riot with that machine,
Yeah. What
right?
happened now, bro? I want to, it's like with anything else. And this ain't a knock to nobody because we have learned people that believes in these industries. But I think that every now and again, we get into a position where the what industry or a business need to take the next step. And sometimes people know what the next step is, sometimes they don't, and the business stay right where it is. And
Mm-hmm.
just like one can, a wave, it just the bounce and bounce and bounce
Right.
until something happen. And that's the way I said it go on by any means, but
Well, I would then
I want to
accuse
tell you,
them,
you
then
have
they
to
say,
learn.
yo, shall me change the whole king?
Yeah, yeah. But again, like you said, could have been complacency. This good. No problem so far. But like to me, it seemed like if somebody was actually there, ASI, BSR, then it tests the cane, I imagine. So the farmers mustn't
Mm-hmm.
really have to do that. But somebody should have been testing the soil. That if you the plant, because
I
I tell you a
mean,
lot of time, there's a
do we
lot of
have
thing
to
about
tell you
planting.
everything?
Yeah, sometimes they say you have to rotate your crops because after a
Right.
while the soil, get dead. So you rotate crops, certain things, and you know, I don't know. There's a lot of thing where I think should be done. Our listeners are very active. One of them says, burning encourage the environment for fungus. Santander don't burn. Use machine to harvest. Well, I don't know how they do it. I don't know. Burning from the beginning of time, I know people burn fields after a harvest.
Yep.
Key people, I think, burn the field to get rid of the snake man thing where they both and all of the extra bush,
Mm.
because
No, but maybe
whatever it
correct.
is,
Maybe burning are one thing, but when after the burning, the environment that's created probably is
yeah,
conducive to the fungus. Who
it's
knows?
true. I don't know. I
I
haven't
don't know
studied
neither.
fungus
I
in a
don't
long
know. All
time.
I say is that the strain are
Yeah,
keen, and they have to apply new technology with the
yeah,
strain of the things
Mm-hmm.
we're resistant to certain
yeah,
things, and a multi-million dollar industry. So
yeah,
it is what it
yeah.
is. Anyway, you might get one new sugar price soon. Who knows?
Bro, what you mean? We probably don't got it on the shelf already. As soon as news get in that my industry got problem, price go up.
Our
Right away.
our farming steward says
And
Santander do
yeah,
burn. They see them burning. They just
okay.
don't use manual labor. They use mechanical.
Mechanical thing.
Yeah.
But I would imagine if again, and we don't know, but I would just imagine that one of the things that they would do is check your soil. Just
Well, I
check
don't know
your
when they find out
soil,
they got it when
you
they check it.
know?
No, but I don't know when they. I think they get it when they see the effects
Yeah.
of it. They started to see
When
the
they see the
effects.
cane and then
Yeah.
they try to figure out the way to go on and they realize, oh man, this thing they in the soil.
Mm-hmm.
So that rough. That rough.
And then the minister did say like y'all we have to come. They have to come to an agreement. They have to start to work together. Cause too much opposing factors, and then the cane get neglected, and now the cane
Yeah.
become a problem.
Yeah.
While
Oh,
everybody
another
busy, they busy to fight for who forget what. You pay attention to the cane.
another thing too where we sometimes I think we forget is that global warming they happen gradually. It's happening in a historical sense, it move
Mm-hmm.
fast. But in our daily lives it's a gradual process. And I don't think that we really understand how much half a degree means to plants and animal and food and stuff like that. Just a few degrees change could change your harvest, you know. That's why if you look at things like cashew, the only place I grow cashew, they're right along the same latitude around the
Right.
globe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anything above or below that altitude,
Yeah.
latitude, you don't got it.
Plus,
So we got to
sometimes,
look.
you know, they're not the, like in this case, a couple
Uh-huh.
degrees more allows the fusarium to thrive. Couple
Yeah.
degrees
Yeah.
less, it may be nothing,
Maybe you
maybe.
can't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
who knows?
You never know.
But, anyway, I mean, I said just now, oh, it's the first of the month.
Of course. Best month ever.
Yeah.
Let me say morning to Stephanie Gongora. What's up, man? First person
Good
in the chat.
morning.
Be red. I know. Stop. Hammer time. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na,
You know
da-na-na.
the one thing where from the
Alright.
time I changed my phone, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get back all the numbers. So some people that communicate with me always set up phone numbers. But I feel shame for us there. That who it is.
Who is
You know?
that?
Yeah, that who it is because I figured I was saying, I said, well, hell, I don't think you know what I mean. Uh-huh.
Well, I want to ask. You ever meet somebody face to face? I don't know who the hell they are, but then they tell you who they are.
Who that is?
And you're like,
I
yeah,
feel
what
like
up? Yeah, cool G,
I
yeah.
feel like I know you good.
Yeah, no, you are tall.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
Godwin Terry, what up, man?
First one, I would. I don't know if I would ask. I don't know.
Jose Sandoval, big up yourself.
Mhm.
Kareem Wallace.
Mr. Wallace.
We got to take a break.
Lucky.
We
Kareem
got to take a
Walaki.
break.
Very well.
Today's Old School Tuesday, by the way.
Clarita Herbert, good morning to you. Also, I got one here to send out to Bunukan.
What am I to say?
Yeah. Birthday tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Also to Aunt Julia. Good morning, guys, over there. Have yourselves a wonderful day.
Yes. Yes.
1st of July. 1st of July. You lie.
All righty then. All right, let's grab that break and we'll be back.
Welcome
I
back.
had to have schools on how to run from ice.
What?
Wait.
You
I
have
got
what?
training school where they teach you how to run from ice.
The Gestapo.
Yes.
Imagine.
I had to tell you right now, I had to try petition the supermarket that believes to remove that ice thing from front of the shop.
Yeah.
Maybe they will.
Maybe they won't. Never
Maybe
know.
they won't. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, we'll be right back then.
Back.
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
Imagine getting rewards for your spending. Smart prepaid customers countrywide, it's time to level up with Smart Gains. Smart Gains are exclusive, limited time offers sent straight to your phone. We're talking irresistible rewards you'll actually want: extra credit, bonus data, and exclusive perks, all tailored to you. Because it's Smart, we've always got your back. Don't miss out on rewards made just for you. Smart Gains, Smart Savings, Smart You. Smart, bringing people together.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit. And you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Forward Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance of Racindio. Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Power Convention Center. Don't miss it.
All right. Welcome back. Old School Tuesday. Old School Tuesday. All aboard. Let's bring back the crew. Lisa Love, Steve the Groove.
And Mr. Frisco is
As we
there.
enter inside. As we enter.
House in the meantime.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What was
Well, what's going on is Spain has set the hottest June ever since the heat wave been striking over Europe, though.
I know the US had one heat wave as the quote unquote heat dome moved.
That's right.
On the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
I hear no latest information. I know some Belizeans said they take one lick.
Yeah.
Fair 100 degrees.
Right.
But then say for the 100 degrees different. For the 100 degrees
Yeah,
different.
we gone. Yeah, for the 100 degrees different than for we on. I don't know how. Tell that to the oven. I think we got a more humid one.
Yeah. And speak of the dryness of the air.
Yeah. Well, my father jumps off a Disney cruise ship to save his daughter who fell overboard. A father jumped into the ocean to save his daughter after she fell from the fourth deck of a Disney cruise ship traveling from the Bahamas to the U.S. on Sunday afternoon, witnesses say. Video showed passengers cheering as the two were pulled onto a rescue boat after apparently treading water for 10 minutes. The girl apparently fell when her father took her picture against a railing. Witnesses said a man overboard alert was broadcast on the ship and crew rushed to recover them. The ship was moving quickly, so quickly. It's crazy how quickly the people became tiny dots in the sea, and then you lost sight of them, passengers said. Wow, that's crazy. The fourth deck, you know how you have the basic body of the ship and then you have like the decks on top? The fourth deck apparently is still on the body of the ship, not above the deck, the one where they're above deck. So that means that they have 3 decks on a Disney cruise ship that has no windows. Anyway, I'm casting a picture of this so you could see what I talk about, because it's crazy, man.
It's crazy. Send a picture out.
Yeah, but we're glad that everybody I don't blame the part at all. I don't blame the whales.
Of course, it's something you would do. It's instinct.
What? That I instinct. What? You pick me overboard? Of course. Jump for that. Yeah. Yeah. Yo, that's it's a funny thing because there are people in your life that you wouldn't think twice about risking yours
Certain things
for.
more.
Yeah, true that.
All right.
Yeah.
Not much information wise about that incident that happened in Kikaka.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And they said, scuffle ensued and people start fighting. People start swinging.
Yeah.
Knife start fire, people get stabbed.
Very
There's
unfortunate.
some.
Not
yeah,
sure
for some
who did
reason,
what,
Yeah, the information very, very cloudy. It's very cloudy. We know that I saw videos of someone on the ground and people looking at them, but yeah, there's a lot of information we don't know. We don't know if anybody was intoxicated. I heard on the news they were questioning the faculties of one of the officers. There's a lot of things I saw, and the commissioner did say there's nothing wrong with none of those officers and stuff like that. But, again, it's easy to armchair quarterback, but when the heat of the matter they go on, sometimes, because apparently there were 3 knives involved in everything. It wasn't one person with a knife. There were 3 people with knives.
Right.
And apparently, one of the officers allegedly was one of the people with the knives also. So when knives started to swing, unfortunately, the young man got injured and died, and it just seems so sad, on many levels. A young Belizean, good future in front of him. We don't know what all
When
the
I said Belizean
outstation
American, I don't know what that means.
Well, he's a Belizean American. He came home to visit family.
Okay.
A Belizean American could simply mean Ibanda, Belize, Ghana, foreign, get his citizenship, and they come back. Or a parents Ghana foreign had him, and he.
No, I mean as if I don't know if he may live here or just to visit.
No, he came to visit. They say he was here for about a month. He was going to be in the U.S. Army. He was going into the U.S. Army. So and he just came to I guess spend some time before he go in.
I mean,
So
there's the version that one initial thing happen in Ghana and then they come back. You see that come back part right there, the part
That's
where
the problem right there.
Yeah. Because according to
That's the problem.
reports, the police got involved because somebody in the establishment was hit. But the thing is, again, bro, when you have on your police uniform,
But they off
and
duty. They never they
yeah,
They
I
were
know,
off.
I know,
Yeah,
I
they did
know,
not
I
have
know.
uniforms
That
on.
I know that's what I'm saying. When you have on your police uniform and you see something, you're in that police mode. You're in that police mode. When you're off duty, people always say you're a policeman 24 hours a day. True, but when you're off
It's
duty,
true.
you're in a different frame of mind. You're relaxing, and then you see something happen, and because of your job, you go in. There's some people who wouldn't even get involved, but they were two off-duty cops, and they say, "Yo, there's something going on. Let's be policemen." And for some reason, it got out of hand. We don't know why. We don't know whose fault. We don't know who pulled first knife or anything. Hopefully, we'll get more information on that.
For sure.
All of our love and our condolences go to the family of the young man,
Definitely.
and we wish a speedy recovery for everybody else that was involved. Very, very sad thing, bro.
All right, so there's a level of blame thrown wrong after the passage of that tropical disturbance, as to some expect that NEMA should have put out flood warnings prior to the approach of the system. No, I don't know. I don't know, because the problem, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Tell me what you know.
Because
You
people
can tell
say,
what you
people
don't
were like,
know.
well, they didn't expect that amount of water and that amount of rain. They said, well, normal advisors were out. The forecasts were out.
Everybody said we were going to get a lot of rain.
The person at the helm said, with these type of systems, you don't know how severe or how minor and where and when. We always say, right? At least that's what we always say.
Yep. We don't know if you're going to get a lot.
You're going to get a
But
lot.
if you don't know you're going to get a
You
little
know,
bit,
One thing
will
we
get-
know, you're gonna get something.
you want to get it.
But there's a level
You're
of
gonna get something.
responsibility for Nemo. It was a tropical disturbance, which did bring a lot of water
Yes, it
in
did.
certain areas. More
My
than, I
dad-
guess, more than where people expect for that type of system.
Might I defend Nemo, please? Because there are times when Nemo put out advisories, and when something don't really happen as significant as the advisories would let us to believe,
But it's easier you be prepared though.
people get vexed, and people say, they make me do all kind of, nothing happen. I don't blame Nemo. There's always been a certain amount of personal responsibility that we have to have. People in flood areas know they're in flood areas. They've been flooded before. People know when the water reaches certain level in your area, what you do. That cricket tree right there, we didn't expect all that rain. But when we realized, it'll rain, leave it here, then people started to go to the lagoon, looking at the lagoon, and they tell you plain, where did they buy? They watch lagoon. That always sounds funny, but people know where they are. So when Nemo and Morning Stew, I don't know who else, they tell there's a tropical storm out there. We don't know how much, and get if a lot or leave it, because, these things one tropical storm is much harder to judge than one hurricane.
Yeah, it was a disturbance. It wasn't even a storm.
Yeah, it wasn't
Right,
even a
that's what-
storm.
yeah, that's what Frisco
exactly.
said.
And something like that could either develop or diminish. A hurricane, if there were one or two, that's still one hurricane.
Of course.
One tropical disturbance could go to one tropical storm, or could go to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So then the kind of thing, I don't think we need all the alerts and warning. Just the regular weather report. There's a tropical depression. There's a tropical storm. There's a tropical
They
something
had it
out
as
there.
a tropical storm.
Where Frisco just say,
No, they had a tropical storm.
one
Because I
tropical
read it.
cooler.
I read
Yeah,
it
I
a
mean,
few times.
I think the most you could do that is say, people in low-lying areas have to watch the levels.
Watch yourself.
But there was no like, public, and there is some of that to go around because we've always said that we do believe that the people at the meteorological service needs a point person to compete locally with what's being provided internationally. In a 2025, you need one media person to be at the helm providing the type of information where they don't want to get from the outside people.
Yeah.
So I'm fling that at the National Meteorological Service because the 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock, not they cut it.
You gotta come in between.
People want real-time information all the time,
Exactly,
and
they
then
don't
we
wanna
vex
wait
when
for that
somebody, we
6
vex when you
hours.
post up something where the man Steve or where the man Dave put up. But people want real-time information, so I don't know, they have to try work and get one media personality where go on maybe every hour, especially in a hurricane season, especially when disturbances they come, where people can say, I'm going to see that with a person they put up every 3 hours or whatever it is.
And you know what happened to
So that they could know. So that person could say, well, we expect X amount of inches. Somebody where they could. You can't. Sometimes people bypass the lead weather report as just part of the routine.
One of the things with weather coverage and stuff like that, like when we're in at the middle of a hurricane, one of the things where people like the media houses is get people from the Met Service, to talk and stuff like that. And that's where when hurricane kicking, the Met Service should have one media setup so that they are giving minute by minute briefings right there, so that when the people at the media houses want information, they just click into the feed that the Met Service where they put out. But we have people on YouTube and like that where they hail everybody that Belize and they hail everybody that Jamaica, and they tell we what our basic weather is. Then they tell, you know what that's like? That's like then they tell you where they cook rice and beans. But you don't know that way all day in there. You just know that the way they have. So when he tell we to cook rice and beans, we need to turn on for we chef. When I tell you, well, this rice and beans include this, this, and that. So I do agree. The Met Service need to have one
We've been
media
saying
wing.
that for so long.
Yeah, because for a long time, I remember when we started doing the best weather reporting in the country.
Of course.
There was a lot of kickback. There was a lot of kickback about, not listen to anybody out there, not listen to that. But our reports are accurate because we use the information from the Met Service, from the International Service, from the GFS and the ASI, BSR. We use all of the satellite service and NOAA, all of that. So when we give a report, it's from the perspective of the outside looking in and from the inside looking at what's happening. So you get everything. And that's the way Met Service need. They need to have somebody, remember, like Frank, but,
Yeah, because in a practical all the time, if you have one, quote unquote, the level of press briefing where entails everybody if you come from a post.
Yep.
And all the media was saying, that's not practical for do all the time.
Hurricane.
We need a media person, especially for these low level ones we could down all the time. Why we don't have one guy like, what's the name of the guy?
Who?
A couple of them where everybody go to for watch.
Oh, Steve.
We need one homegrown version of that. We need a homegrown version of that so that then we stop go outside so we could get this. Pay somebody, man. Yo, then just hire one advisor. The Met Service need one media person we could say we know meteorology and then we could, give real time, fill in the void where people look for. People want to see somebody. People want to see somebody we know then they say we could give you things, we could give you more information, more frequent.
It's
Right.
exactly a
Yes.
friendly, trustworthy
See,
face.
Beulah
Trustworthy.
says they did say and say, but that's the problem. Say most people not connected like that. People connected socially, and that's what they want.
Yeah.
Right.
They want to say me so and so, funny met service, in a really nice thing. It could be Mr. or Mrs. whoever it is. They give thing, they give the hydrology version, how much rain here. Can they go look for Steve?
And
Why?
you're right,
Because nobody that believes to give that information like that to the time. People bypass the leave weather report at 6 o'clock. They read that. People run over that.
yeah. Right.
You know, at this time of age, you have to get active socially with that. Because we can't wait for the full-blown press conference like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying. There's
One
a
of our
need, there's a
listeners-
there's a void there, and you know there's a void because then discourage you from go to the sources.
Exactly.
When somebody posts up something on social media for somebody and say, oh, that they not believe source. So give we one believe source. We
Give us
can't
a
wait till
belief
6.
version.
We can't wait till
Yeah.
12 again. If you
Till
read.
6.
And all you do that read.
Right.
You read the report and that's it. No, once somebody could go in detail and talk about, say boom, boom, boom. Look at this are the areas where people need that now. It's a 2025.
They need a morning stew crew.
Nemo, whoever they there, if you hire somebody like that, get somebody trained like that, get them in social media, get them with the cameras up and get them doing what Steve did do.
That's
And
right.
all the other people there, whether on YouTube or whatever, we need one of that
Wherever
homegrown.
they are. Mhm.
Well, I really appreciate you guys' confidence in me. But one of our listeners says, good morning, stewards. I don't want to call this person name, but Boca says, good morning, stewards.
Oh, gosh,
People must
man.
realize that when Nemo
Oh,
or
Brian,
Met Service-
Brian are the guy, yes.
yeah, but bring out these reports.
Mr.
It
Weatherman.
might be, it might be your area, but somewhere in the country getting rain or some flood. Remember, if river runs and overflow its banks, especially if the water gets clogged up in a culvert. Yes, and that's what we were saying, Sir Boca, that there are certain things where people in these areas know where they are. They know how much rain will fall before you have to get worried. So yeah, but Nemo does need to
Is there still
set
a
up one better
is
briefing.
still have
out
a is there a I know Frank like where Frank Ten used to do 6 o'clock for the news,
Yes.
certain news. They still do that?
No, not really. Not really. Where I sit and do, they have somebody want people to read it or like some AI thing to read it. Or
But they have
they send a
somebody they not
recording.
send out one production with the that used to be one time for the day.
Yeah, but you know who that. Come on, man. You know who that production.
We need that, man. We need that. And
Yes,
so
but
that,
the
that, that,
production-
that needed that that department right now in 2025 where information is key and blame is being thrown around as to we never have enough information regardless of put out the lead bulletin. But I know every time you could gather up everybody come for to do and meet that one spot.
Right.
You know, one or two
production
people
song-
was, there are two jobs right there.
That production remind me of 1970 BBC. This
Is the phone working, Frisco?
Is the BBC
Is the
weather
phone
report?
working?
Is the what?
The phone, is the telephone line working?
Yeah. Why would call?
I mean, I'm just asking.
My computer, they do all kind of thing when me
Mine
not even
too.
know it could do. Like they just they jump and they do crazy thing. I don't even know my computer.
But
has
anyway,
put-
so to blame or not to blame, the guy said National Emergency Management, National Emergency Coordinator, Mr. Mendez said, it's a learning experience. As to where the water and drop, which part it going, where part the bulk. Yeah, then always the unknowns. But yeah, should a little more warning be put out to say, we expect, rather than just it's in the weather report. You know what I mean?
Because even when we do the weather here, they always have a portion where Lisa read that tell you like special thing. Look out for
Right,
flooding
there's
and
the
low lying
stuff.
here.
But, in an information age, people want it real time. People want somebody to tell them and explain it to them. I think with
And the National Met Service, they should have National Met TV.
Yeah,
National Met
they
TV.
need
something
they need
like
a
that.
sparkling new character if you get up there and get to it. Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
Carmelo.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, what up?
Hi, good
Lisa
morning.
Groove, Frisco.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Morning.
Yes, man.
What is strong?
Yeah, man, you're making a very, very good point because, first of all, the weather report sometimes too grave. It's too vague, right?
Yeah, very.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you have to understand too, believe they go through a lot of construction, it change the landscape, a lot of construction happening, and I see that area about Range Rover fell out. They do a lot of construction to the highway, but no drains. The law of physics said the water need somewhere to go. And so if it doesn't have drains that leads to the sea and river, then they go in the people here in a house. Need then culvert and so you make some good points, Frisco, that people in flood-prone areas know what to do, but you have to watch the changing landscape. You have to watch if then the bill roads and streets are no drain, then that will be a problem. And then you have to be a lead, or the weather forecaster, a little more detail in this or the area, look out for lot of rain. So at least people know, all right, I need to be prepared.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Keeping a house out of the water.
Like, no, what they say, no, we're not the people at the Met Service, are the people in charge of the Met Service.
Right.
Half a city need for that. That we still do it like 1980, 81,
Exactly.
and 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Weather, that one thing where, I mean, hey, you just have to go, you just have to go up on YouTube and say, everybody to do weather. We need
Right.
that. We need the people in charge of NEMO, the government agency, we need that. The Met Service need that department, that media department, where somebody could.
And something that's updated a few times a day, not something where you put up 1/3.
That's why.
Something
That's somebody there when they work.
updated.
That's somebody when they,
Yeah.
and they approach
That's
on
their
one
job.
storm. That person was their life. Because the Doppler the work.
Yeah.
That person want privy to information real time when it happen. Right? We need that. This is 2025.
Just tell you need an advisor. I have to get
You
it.
need an advisor. People want real time because when it happen, boom, that song bite or whatever it is, going viral on social media. That's how it work.
Yeah.
That way people there.
And you know something else too, I want to tell you. I think that during storms, the people where usually they in at the studio should be at the Met Service or whatever doing work. So when media houses do storm coverage, the only way we should get information from them is going to their link. What's the latest from the Met Service? Boom, 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 and you see that link right there, and then they tell you right there, well, what's happening now or whatever, things like that. But on a need one,
We need to get more
more
proactive.
Belizean know Mr. Weatherman than anyone of we weather person.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We need to get more proactive in that department.
Yeah.
Take the information where the Met Service provide, and then activate one media arm, social media arm, YouTube, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Go analyze the information and put it out real time frequently.
That's right. And we know I said just because we do the best service here, that we should make one
No,
of
we need that. Then no blame. You
because
can't put out blame
Yeah.
because then people got a handful. So they shot or something, but Boca, when they shot her?
let them know that we know all of the big.
Boca, I tell you right now.
Just Frisco.
No, they shot her. Yeah.
No, but Frisco, I listen to you, right? A couple of things. I agree with you is that especially I think what happened over this past weekend, everybody know with technology, honestly, is that we not only depend on our National Met Service, which we're not downgrading those guys. Those guys are good and they're up to mark.
Yeah, then they do their job.
Yes, but the thing like where you say you got this guy, I think he must have got the most subscriber as a weatherman. We call himself Mr. Weatherman.
Brian Sheila.
Yes, he's very good, and I think he does a lot of what he does, like he explained to you.
But we could do that, yeah.
Computers give you 1,000,001 models. In fact, when they change, but every minute they give you
We
one.
do
new
general
forecast.
weather.
But then we must realize that our Met Service is that maybe we have to do like we were mentioned, like what the National
No, they
Hurricane
need somebody.
Center does.
That they
They
need
does
somebody.
an intermediate report before they give a general report.
No, they
Is
need
that they don't wait
personnel.
for the general. If the storm is approved, the closer the storm with, the more intermediate report they give.
But listen what I
And
say,
I
Boka.
think-
I don't want to put it on them where they work. They ain't got their job, that's enough for their job. So the people in charge need to get that. We need that. The one arm of the Met Service.
Yes, but
Get somebody
the Met
different.
Service,
None of
I
them people there.
remember-
No garden. None of them there. Make them continue
What?
to do for their work.
What was the last hurricane that gave us Lisa, right?
Yeah.
They troublesome Lisa, but I left that there. The Hurricane
This man.
Lisa is, I remember that I think you guys at Crim had from 10 as with our exports giving his
Yes, you know,
view
my
of weather.
advisor.
Yes, he was our advisor.
Yeah, and then another radio station had on Ramon Frutos.
Yes, I have got source of one
Giving
people.
some expert, but then the Met Office seems like that wasn't up to there. I remember the chief Met Officer went on the air like he was kind of
That's why, exactly. And that's why I put the onus on it, because if you
Yes.
complain,
yes, that
where people are getting
getting
information,
advice
then
from
you have to
somewhere else
provide
and
it.
not through them.
Exactly.
you have to provide it. If you to tell people not do that, then
Don't
you have
do
to fill
that.
the gap. You have to fill the gap.
No, but Frisco, everybody must realize, yes, I 100% agree the official information comes from the National Met Service and NEMO. But
We're not
what
saying no.
the Met Service need to realize is that you have a lot of retired meteorologists. These guys still seems like
That money,
subscribe
Boka,
to
they
the
don't want to
weather
pay them
station.
people there. They don't want to spend no more money.
Yeah.
The budget must be small for the
No,
meteorology.
I don't think they don't want to spend no more
I
money.
guarantee you.
So, I think because the meteorologist is well staffed, and I just believe, like where you say, maybe they should get it more often than just the gap we have between what we're doing with the weather report. But the thing I wanted to say is that in this world of technology, we have a lot of blog out there with weather, and everybody has internet, and everybody look at our radar. And even in Met Service, when the National Hurricane Center, if a hurricane is in your area, the Hurricane Center depends on report from your local weather station for them to give their report. It's not like the Hurricane Center
No,
just
but,
give a
but
report.
we
They
got
go-
one but we got one advantage. The person who they want
Yes, we
put
got
for
advantage
that,
on
the
that
person who
radar
they want
too.
sign should do the media, social media, like we are sipping with a channel, want have all the information locally where outside no have.
Right.
And so we don't have to go to Brian Shields no more. We have to go to Stacey Smith. See? Because Stacey Smith, I got the Doppler radar going, I got the latest information, who the flood, when not the flood, how much inches from the thing. I want to give that more frequent than just the weather report at 6 or 12. Or,
And then
Yes,
maybe
I
you want to see
agree,
Mr.
but
Weatherman they
the
use
last
for
report,
weak
like,
clips.
where I mentioned is that the problem I believe what you have a little problem with is that the report isn't coming out quick enough.
'Cause
Like
they
that
have-
in between,
I-
we know they get.
Listen to me. I don't want to make no mistake
Agree.
where they say. I know they say that the people then will work their fault. I'm saying
no,
whoever
I'm
in
not
charge, you
saying
have to
that. I'm
create
not
this
saying
now.
that.
We have to get the weather on a level where people expect it.
Yeah.
So if they have to
because,
hire,
you know,
they have to get one studio, they have to create one thing so that and they have to control it. Or else
Well,
you pay,
Frisco-
or else other than that, you pay somebody else to do it.
yeah, no, but with a hurricane, if a hurricane approaching your area, I believe two things. That's always one that if it's a National Hurricane Center, give the final word, or it's a local weather service.
But no matter where we talk about Boca, we start
No,
this
no,
discussion
no.
start from the flooding we gone on where people said they never had enough warning. The reason
No,
why
no,
we got
but
enough
they-
warning because we said from last year or 2 years ago that we lacking that type of real time delivery of weather information.
Yes, that's what I tell you. The intermediate, the time it took for them to from one report to another, they need at least two between it. I 100% agree with that. And if you watch
Boca.
when a hurricane, they come with National Hurricane Center, they tell you they have two report where they change, but they always have an intermediate.
Boca.
And maybe that's the area where we need, even this rain will come over the weekend, it didn't affect Belize City much. But when I watch videos from up north, Rosal and Range Walk, well, a lot of water pour down there.
Yeah.
And maybe because the city people that not concern them, they not worry, but people of district especially, remember with the weather now, all type of people study the weather. They have construction workers, they have farmers, fishermen, they have everybody where it depends on the weather for a living study. So we don't have to worry about the weather only wrong as calm. And when I hear Lisa only read it from the Met Service, that's why they have worry about the moon, the sun, they worry about a whole pile of things where some of the urban people, they don't care about that. So that part of the weather, that's for the farmers and the fishermen there. But when it comes to party, Belize people study weather when it comes to rain. Because once it rains, they don't think about one over here. But I agree with you, like I tell
They
you,
say Boca upon the thing.
we need intermediate.
Every 3 hours and say Boca, maybe Boca there half hour, come on back again. They show you exactly where the rain there. They give you the numbers where they come in.
Yes, the double
People
rain
are pay
and
attention to
very
that
good.
more than
Their
just
website go watch it.
right. And not on the social media where people breathe.
Yeah,
That's-
but I could say, and I agree with you on a hurricane, they come, maybe they need somebody, whether a good press officer, we know.
Yeah, they don't need from the beginning of the hurricane season. They need that because
Yeah, you need somebody where could, that only, the whole area, they have a central area where they need to explain. I agree with you with that.
You realize
guys.
Boca they disagree and they agree at the same time.
at the same time, thanks Boca. Everybody say they agree and disagree at the same time.
They need to have something that get activated, just like when you say XTV and Channel 7 and everybody get activated at certain times. They need to get activated the same way. They need to have one time when they say, well, all right, our media system is activated now, and from here on out, we just want to have straight
Why
coverage.
anybody
to
they
this
started
thing
to talk about hurricane before hurricane season just to make content.
Yeah, exactly.
I listen to my boy. I like what
The
this man is
difference-
talk about February.
Yep.
Like Brian, he
The
does say we
difference-
hey.
The difference between the media coverage and their coverage would be that I think that they should be activated from a simple thing like a tropical storm or a tropical depression.
Yeah.
But
The
of
Met
course.
Service, they should be activated from them.
And because
Of
then
course.
Normally the media houses not get activated for that. We get activated for hurricane, but they should be activated for tropical
right.
things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Mr.
And
Gordon.
then during the day like this, they should give you a full report at 6 a.m. And any lead thing we bust out, there should be intermediate report in between. And just continue another one the same way, but they need to have somebody out there where we could go up on YouTube and instead of watch this guy we got bad posture, we could watch one
Do
of
you
we
feel
should
he's
we got
doing
bad
his
posture.
job?
But remember,
Well,
I don't know.
We just
do,
need to step up to the plate. He's
I know
doing
watch.
his
I know watch everybody news. So do they still do that little production at 6 o'clock for news in the evening? A general weather forecast with the last person was it? They still do that?
They all do that. They all do general.
No.
weather forecast,
I
but
talk
it's
about. Remember Frank Tent used to do but that a production where I don't know who me they paid in.
Oh no, I don't see that.
That
I
may
don't
have
see nothing like
a
that.
private production. Can used to do
Yeah,
that.
I say each
just
company.
the regular.
So they
forecast.
don't do that no more. So you see that needed, and I think they made
The one from the Met Service. Is
and
just
that
the
one right,
readout.
and that owners me there. I think for a private business for me push that out. That had to get sponsored and everything. So I try to tell you, the National Meteorological Service what no got their hand in that.
There's a lot
But
of
in
industries
2025, they
that-
need to get their hand in that.
Yeah, there are things where people they run a thing now don't realize, we need
Nemo.
to branch off.
That way
in this
Nemo
stuff.
need Nemo.
Yeah, we need to branch
Put
off
that in the
this.
budget that they need one arm where get to the social media. So all I want to know how for the corner got a press conference where they ask 1,000,001 question.
Yeah. And just for the record, we already got the graphics already with tropical depression. We already know all the high-tech words.
It's needed though. In 2025, people want information.
Mm-hmm.
People want information. If you don't get them, guess what? Then go on to Brian and everybody else out there.
That's right.
And then they tell you,
And the thing
don't
again,
get your information
where I
from
say-
outside sources.
Yeah, where I see Brian and anybody tried because generally they used to give like a blanket weather report for this area. Belize will have this kind of thing. But I see Brian the kind of zoom in out to and tell you like in this Ladyville area.
Yeah,
in
he no
this
fool at
Toledo,"
all, yeah, he no
and I
fool.
just say, well, hell,
He no fool. And that's why I say, if he could do it, why we can't get
if
some?
we could do it, yes, it's up for we whether we not export that.
And again, maybe again they might believe that that's not their purview, but in 2025
but
it
it is.
is. He might be. He
Yeah,
might
it
be.
does.
Then they say, well,
Yeah.
none of it they want private company will have to come up, and some way get trained individuals where understand whether.
No, well, you
They
see,
go live.
that's the backwards way of
Well,
doing it.
I think that way.
Yeah,
they-
that's the backwards way of doing it. What has to happen is that you guys have to come up with a production company to do that. You know, you guys, even if you don't want somebody sponsor part of it, that have to be for no baby. That's for no
That whole
word
weather they
coming
go.
out.
That whole weather has morphed over the last
Yes,
30 years.
exactly.
Come
That
on
has
for
to
weather
be your
channel.
baby.
Come remember the weather channel we used to lock on to.
Yep, yep.
Now people ain't even bother with weather channel no more.
You know why? Because man, with a channel we see a ballad broadcast, one hurricane and breeze the blow on them, man. They're like this.
Jim Cantore,
And
crazy man,
and,
yeah.
and two people walk right behind her, quiet. And he
Why
just
Jim the
walk like
flyboat all over the place and people just walk casually behind the man.
that. Exactly.
Jim the
Tell
whole
them
on
to
for
go
dear
that.
life.
But yo, we need one of that, and it doesn't matter. You see, there are certain things where it doesn't matter if the boss or the manager or whoever run it, the CEO or the advisor, see it. It doesn't matter if they see it. What matter is it's needed, and you need to look around and see how the world progress. Everything is online. Everything is at the click of a button. So should the Met service be, you know, and be good.
And
They
the only
couldn't
reason,
start
hey,
it.
the only reason I put it on there again, and last thing I was saying, that because Mr. Gordon has come out publicly and said, not get the information, or people who put the information need to stop.
Yeah, well, well,
So if
I
you would
tell
if you would say, you don't need to stop, then you have to provide what the people want.
Yep. And the other thing is, personally, we know to stop.
I would rather see one. I would rather see a Lisa
Yeah.
Love, just because I pick one name, homegrown with the real time information coming from the Met Service and everything else.
We make
Going
them call from
going live
every time.
and going live and breaking it down district by district or wherever the majority of the storm there with real time information because they won't have it. All I need is somebody to translate it and put it out to the public.
They should talk to Frank because I am sure Frank would be happier than a mug to do something like that. You know, I mean, the man is first of all.
Yeah, no
he-
time thing, no reader.
Yeah, we need somebody.
So I sit
where-
down and pro, just like where they sip on TV or social media with them. We could do that.
Yep.
Somebody
Yep,
there
we
we could
can.
do that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody there up
We
there
figure
where
it
they
out.
say, you know,
We
go
have
deal with
figure
that.
it out. We have figure it out.
Go deal with
Because,
that. Then Nemo will not have to worry about, you know, if any.
you see, and I'll tell you what though, another thing where they don't realize. It's like if the Met Service come out with a good production of a weather report or weather update, whether the company a good production of it, you would be surprised how quickly companies will say, you know what, we don't want to sponsor that. And the cost right away will start differing from the Met Service for it, you know. But you have to have the chutzpah, the thing where look like that Doppler. Is it a big wrong thing? The Doppler that a big wrong thing, right?
Yes.
You have to have two of them there. Forget, you know, the word it say.
Yeah, man. But we need it. 2025,
Yes, we
yo.
do.
We need to up the game.
That's right. We
Need to
also
up
need
the
to take
game.
a break.
Yeah, we gotta take a break, but how about that dude where he not crazy man for real? He walk in at the house, he knock out everybody, and then sexually assault one 11-year-old. What's up with that guy?
When this? Where am I there?
This happened Saturday. Dude broke in our house. We got our full family in there. Knock out the man and the pa. Or the mother and the husband. I don't know if they're the pa, but the husband. In their sleep. Then
catch him?
Then gone after the child where he done probably take off his clothes.
Then catch her?
Now next, I don't know if he can catch her. I see one video, but I don't know if that's the same incident.
Well, by the way, then they put in our...
Yeah, I see that video there, but I don't know which incident
I don't know
he's
which
being
one.
accused of. But, yeah. And then my next relative will live downstairs, the person will come up and... So imagine you getting in people's house, you knock out the parents.
To go after the daughter.
Done, you know. Suppose somebody else, one ex-family member, never they in that. Yo, we they living at some
That never
time.
the right. That never the right family member me did it. Because if the right family member me did it, that case me had done. That case me had done. Boy.
Well, the person, you know, when the other person come, he run. You get away. But I mean, imagine that.
Like,
you in your house, you there in your house with your parents.
The first thing when you catch people like that, the first thing you do, you get a mental evaluation because you have to be stone crazy. First of all, to be sexually attracted to a kid, you got a mental deficiency. So that's the first thing they have to clarify. And if you don't have that mental deficiency, then they should have done everything but tar and feather you. Everything.
But imagine,
Why?
but process how it play out. You in your house.
Yeah, they sleep.
You as the parent or the mother or the father or the adults get attacked to unconsciousness.
They made it sleep, right?
Yeah. I think they made it sleep, yeah. They mean a bed, so yeah.
Boy, me can tell you, sir. Boy.
Yeah, I mean 4 around 4 a.m. That they are sound asleep. So what does that say? People need to secure their homes. Secure their homes. I don't know how the person get in. But yeah. I think it get it kind of... I mean, you read it and people, you know... People, you know, they show their level of anger about it. But still, imagine that believes you there and that way to go on. Right? Process that and then say, you process that and then you put yourself in the same shoes and a position of say, we can't just say, well, it happened to them people there.
No. That's why we
have start to think about, hey, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah. That's why things like that, yo, bro, they need to stop the play and get people back to jail quick and do what they have to do. Stuff like that. Because I know people back at jail, not like child molester neither.
Everybody got rights, you know.
Except child molester.
No, they ain't got rights. So I try to tell everybody got rights.
I know, but they shouldn't.
Well, when I take a break, but yeah. Imagine
That's
that.
all right to take a break.
Well, at least I love disappear too.
You can check the weather. It is start of forecasting thing.
All right. We'll be right back.
Yep.
In Belize, diversity is our strength. From the vibrant streets of Corozal to the serene beauty of Punta Gorda, and from the charming town of Benque to the breathtaking views of Half Moon Key. We are a tapestry of cultures, traditions, and perspectives. But amidst our differences, there's one thing that unites us all, that defines the essence of Belizean identity. Our love for this land and sea we call home. Our Belize Barrier Reef is more than just a natural wonder. It's the lifeblood of our nation, the foundation of our culture, and the backbone of our economy. Every lobster caught, every conch harvested, every tourist enchanted, every investor satisfied, every proud homeowner, and every taxpayer. They all depend on the health and vitality of our marine environment.
I may be out on the water every day, but I know that my livelihood is tied to the health of the reef. We all depend on it.
As a tour guide, I get to share the beauty of a reef with visitors from around the world. But I want future generations of Belizeans to experience it too.
Fresh seafood is the heart of Belizean cuisine. I want to continue creating delicious dishes that celebrate our local flavors, sustainably sourced from our waters.
In Belize, we may come from different backgrounds, but we all share the same dream: a thriving marine environment capable of sustaining us all. Together, let's work toward that future. A future where we all thrive.
Wanna done hear about how you can shop online with Builders Hardware?
It's easy and convenient. Plus, you get special deals and discounts online where you not get in at the store. Just log on to shopbuildersbz.com and pay with your Visa, MasterCard, debit or credit card. You could choose to pick up your order from the smart Lacaneda Builders or Easy could deliver for you. If that was a big thing, the Builders truck could deliver for you. If you need more information about anything, you could start chat right here online with a salesperson. We're ready to help you. No need to burn gas and waste time in a traffic. Go to shopbuildersbz.com.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be live performance. Racindio, Destiny Wadney is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Belize Diaspora 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center. Don't miss it.
It's 11:11, baby. As we proceed inside your Tuesday, man, brand new month, first of July. It's the first of the month, whatever that means. Lisa Love, Steve the Groove, and myself. Where is everybody?
Mr. Frisco.
Y'all come on down. You're the next contestant.
On the price is nearly correct. The price is too high. Yo, we forgot to say happy anniversary to Young C and the missus yesterday, 16 years together. So happy anniversary, guys. It's a nicely milestone right there. 16.
Yeah, Cramelo.
Good morning, good morning.
Yeah, what's up?
John Hector.
One of the biggest enemies of our country is negligence. Negligence to do what you should do today and not leave it for tomorrow. I've been watching the entire country what is happening, especially flooding. You know, in my days as Minister of Public Works, we had a hydrologist named Dennis Congress. He had all degrees in hydrology. Dennis Congress is a man that used to travel to country to see where there was a weak spot. He had a foreman by the name of Mr. Bork, inspector of bridges, culverts, and any waterways. Those men that were constantly around the country to see where there is something that should be remedied now, especially drainage. Now, I go back now to my boss, the great George Caleb Price used to say, 2 commandments. Examine your conscience and take stock of your country. Examine your conscience was one of those things where every Tuesday we used to meet and pull together what we think should be done and to place priority on those matters. In other words, a bridge is more important than a football field because a bridge is part of the development of a country, a bridge at the right place. The other one is also take stock of your country. Now, over the weekend I spent precious moments examining what is wrong with Belize right now because they say a professor is somewhere around here preaching about bismarck things. And I found that Belize is not in a good state. Imagine the sugar factory. The sugar industry is dying. Something that I believe did not arise this morning. It's something that people have been talking about, the sugar industry and pests and grasshoppers and bad roads and everything. But that was not being paid much attention due to more our political incline. Now you see the sugar industry is practically dying. $53 million will not be exported worth of sugar. Now we're going to have a scarcity of sugar, but let's go to the state of the nation. So that industry, one of the major, the cattle industry, the other one, that is in danger, bring about $90 million into the country in export. This hookworm or screwworm is invading us. I am the son of a large cattle grower. My dad had one of the largest cattle farms in the country. And I remember my father had a constant group of men looking around to see where there was a cow with a bleeding or a cut, treated, because there the fly is going to go and pitch and lay eggs to cause hookworms, screwworms. The cattle industry is in trouble. The citrus industry cannot yet recover. Mr. O'Brien said that he believes that there is a manner to bring back the citrus industry. We used to export 8 million boxes. We're only importing 700. 1/10 less. Tourism, I am being told that tourism is not doing too good. I speak to the hoteliers here in Cayo and everybody. You used to have bookings from now up to March next year. This is not happening. And then we can go our fishing industry that used to be large. Likewise, it is not there. What I believe is what I was taught by George Price. Don't paint a rosy picture when there are problems.
Yeah.
We are having problems. The government accepted, but piecemeal. They talk that sugar bad, then they talk the school one bad, then they talk the other one. And so there we are right now at this moment. I think that people should be told the truth so that people can help us in government at least to accept that we're having problems.
All right.
I just meant this morning to do that because I went over the weekend just thinking deep.
All right.
Is Belize in good shape? And God save us from a hurricane event that one category 1 at this moment.
Yes,
We
sir.
cannot take it. Much less a bigger one. I leave you all with that, what I have
It's
taken
raining
out of myself,
hard.
what I was doing over the weekend. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Right.
It's raining by you? Ooh. Lisa just came on and said it's
Maybe
raining
it's a
hard.
Passover, but it's coming down hard, yo.
Quick call. Crap, hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Hello, Morning Stew.
Yeah, what up?
Hi,
Morning. Oh, this Saturday
Good
one.
morning, brother Frisco, Groove, and Miss Lisa.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Who this is?
Hey,
G, Mike.
Cello, I know that
Can't
cello.
tell by the growl.
I just want to big up
It's cello.
my grandson, Zion. He there, me, the gay, you know, Tanjon. Anyways, I love it. And my friend, Pedro, and his son, and my daughter, Justice Monte. Oh, yeah. I want to big up now. I want to big up my other daughter, granddaughter. She came in third, the Holy Dima. Yeah.
Oh, you
I love
mean?
that.
All right. Yes, man.
Yeah. Proud grandpa, boy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
That,
Congratulations to you.
Monte,
Okay.
Holy Dima, yeah, she came in third.
Okay.
Don't say it.
And I just want to say that the best show ever. No care if I don't call every day, but you know, big
Minus.
respect to I listen to I mean listen to Don Hector and yeah. Thanks everything, man. You know, keep me busy because remember, you know, I'm visually impaired, so yeah, I can't, yeah.
All right, cello.
Respect, man.
Respect,
Thanks, thanks, Frisco, and everybody.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Lisa.
All right. All right, cello.
Before I go,
Cello, what?
I want to say something.
I know what you can.
Ram like say, right?
Huh?
Yeah, Ram like that thing, alright. I'll push this one out there. Lisa, you are like a bottle of wine.
Oh, Lord.
Uh-oh.
He hit down the swell there, cello. Watch it.
I don't see
They
it.
say the more the wine age, the finer it gets.
Man.
That's Lisa. Thank you, bye.
Oh, Lord.
Bye.
Oh,
I don't
cello done.
see
God.
it. I don't see dissension in the ranks. Rama call up right now and say Mona Lisa don't drink wine.
Yes.
Oh,
Pick up
yeah?
my personal buddy, my good friend, Ellen Sue.
Yeah.
Who is a good reader between the lines.
Yo, I can tell you straight to hell. Straight to hell. Oh yes.
All right, give me something for the old school, man. Come on, come
Y'all heard
on.
what I told you all just now? We had a hard shower.
Part of the game.
Really?
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
The man did say that there's another little wave that will bring some showers today. All right, where is this? This look familiar. What is?
It look like like a police station?
No.
What? No
A
man.
restaurant? Could it be a restaurant?
I named Memphis a Belize City. Where is this?
This there's some place that Belize. I recognize the truck on the menu night. Yes.
I don't know where this is.
But it looks, yeah.
Anybody know where this is, man? Come on. Feel free
I
to.
love it. I love it.
That's a old school pick.
That's our school. I remember one time we used to come
So those were the Were those
truck
trucks?
like that.
Our group were these the trucks that used to transport people?
Of course, those were
That's what I mean. They
passenger
said,
trucks.
but before buses, then I kind of truck that
Those were
used to jump
passenger
in.
trucks. Everything
That's
you would carry in those.
When it rained, they had a trap hole and we pull over the whole side, the back and the front of the truck.
And then it was hot.
What?
Holy son, what?
Then they never had flush water. Then they never had flush water. I mean flush toilet. Hot water. So a lot of people may ripe.
Well, I don't know where this is, but yeah.
But it is not.
Guarantee everybody in that picture right there may ripe.
But yeah.
Boy.
Camelo?
Yes, that table Sanborn and Punta Gorda.
Punta Gorda.
Okay.
Sanborn a club right here, the big tall building.
Uh-huh.
That one, the other one, the restaurant, and behind it, the fishermen come with their early in the morning. You see all the doors, a lot of fish. It looked like it. This is our Bedford truck. Old time Bedford truck that used to carry and load animal and people in like 3 sections.
Okay.
That's what
Who's the guy in the black pants and white shirt?
I hope that can correct me.
All right, Dan, thanks. Yeah. But you see, if you know
Bailey. Wow.
you know what's true is based on the design of buildings back in the day, you could swear you see the same building in the city. It's like that building right there.
They look the same.
Yep.
And the same
But
colors too.
there is a sign on there.
Same
We
colors
need to go
too. Yep. Same
Those,
signage.
There's a sign on the building.
Yeah, it's
Those were the British
colors.
colors.
The green and white, no?
colors where England used to send way.
Green and white.
Yeah.
That's always I'm a green and white.
All right, next.
They get in. I try to say what the name on that building is.
Hey,
Of
hey,
course,
Groove.
you had that. You had everything.
Hey, yeah, correct. Groove. You know that people if you got one of them, yeah.
Then people can't talk to you on certain days of the week.
A shiny new, what you call it? Pickup set.
A pickup, right.
Set. And the thing with, they used to call those component systems. And the thing where you used to go with that, most people, the least spring of the glass never work after a while. So if you had to pull your glass open manually at front, right away they know something wrong with your system.
It's back
That
in
be
the
good
day,
though. Then they be nice.
Yeah. So you had the tape deck, your EQ, your hump.
When I
But you know
zoomed
what?
on the picture, it got distorted, so I could not see the sign.
Yeah.
You had your hump, Groove.
Your hump. Yes.
Hammer.
What happened if you got the expensive one of those? Each one of those components were different. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different things.
The granny still have one of those, she says. Her granny still
Yep.
have one of those.
But if you get the cheap one,
all of them connected.
That front was one connected thing. That front was one connected thing, and the components that are back.
It looked like it separated with the design, but it wasn't. That the new one,
That
there,
was
man.
it.
The new ones that came out weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. What else is up there?
No, but they used to the push there, no joke with
Then
them.
they push, my boy. What they never showed that a big speaker.
Uh-huh.
This was the thing that made most people go deaf and catch ears bleed.
That was the thing back then.
I never understood why they never made these things with wheels and a longer handle.
Oh,
you
yeah?
had to literally put this thing right by your ears. I mean, I had one, but yeah.
When they put the ears because of how them the mode of transportation. It was
That was a bad design. They should make it put wheels on it without stroller.
Of course.
Yeah. Shouts out if you had one of that.
That's right.
Huh? Not porn, no. Oh, sorry.
What the way they?
They're the thing where they don't make no more. Could you
What the
find
way they are?
DVDs to buy?
Yeah, they're on video cassette tapes, right? So different
Yeah,
brands.
you could find it. The best one was Maxell and TDK.
So you had Fuji, CVS, Sony, TDK, Maxell.
Yeah.
What that one name? Mercury?
Yeah, that's a planet. I remember Eartha Kitt did a thing for Maxell cassette tape where she sang a note that broke a glass and they recorded it on a Maxell tape.
For real?
And they played it and it broke the glass too. I don't know if that was true, but it was before CGI.
Oh.
Yes, before CGI there was stop motion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next. Shouts out if you still got DVDs.
Pick up
Not DVD,
and
VHS.
VHS.
VCR.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Here we go.
Right, that's right. Yeah, this right here, though, funny animal, because it didn't exactly go extinct because it is still on the keyboard of all our computers, but the typewriter extinct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know there was a big fight going on about the keyboard. Two different sets of keyboard came out. One with the ASDFLKJ, which we use now, and there was another one. And for a while, they made it compete, like metric and standard. But the ASDFLKJ won.
Okay. All right. Next.
What else is there?
Well, yeah, we showed this the other day.
Oh, okay.
Cartridge
Yeah, these are the
pencils.
sectional pencils.
Oh yeah, I remember that hand.
Yeah.
Let me say
Thank
morning
you,
to
Miss Christy, darling.
shouts out to Rita May Banner locked in on the line.
You know what I noticed with this picture right there? Go back to that picture a second.
What can I bet
That guy had to be standing funny. Like he's standing with his one foot in front of him, like he's saying "ta-da," because that foot no belong there. That foot no belong there.
Maybe that's somebody else's foot.
Well, that foot wasn't no belong there. That wasn't no belong there. Either way, wrong. All right.
Whose
Now let's
foot
go
is
back
this?
to that thing that's now extinct. Now. Waterbed. That's on waterbed.
Is that a waterbed?
That's a waterbed, sir. And so you leave full of spout right at top there.
Okay.
The one thing with that, you know, I have to take motion sickness tablets before you go sleep.
Have you ever been in a waterbed, sir?
Of course, I had a waterbed when I made
Lucky you. You are Lisa, no?
Yeah. Everybody go through them phase, you know. You go through them phase. And I mean, you know something? It was more of a fad because you realize it didn't make any sense. Yeah, and you walk my pins and needles because you don't want nothing bust your mattress.
Very good.
I sleep on water. I think I am Jesus. Today is International Reggae Day, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you all didn't know. But not only that, it is also International Zoo Day, Bank Employees Day. It's Blink 182 Day. It's also Burundi Independence Day, Canada Day, CPC Founding Day, Doctors Day. It's a Doghouse Repair Month, Early Bird Day. And we could go on with about 50 others, but the day not so special. You know, so you got Territory Day, Virgin Islands Day. You know what's funny about that place? They ain't none.
What?
What's funny about the Virgin Islands?
Uh-huh.
They ain't none. This right here, if you had this back in the day,
Yeah, you'd have a people if you had Atari, yeah.
Of course.
I think that was the first video game.
If you had one of this when it came out, that means your Mario Pa had money.
Come up.
Yep. You
We
know that Nintendo, the company Nintendo, go back I think to like the 18 something.
Oh, correct.
They were making like cards. Nintendo. That's a company that grew with the times, I gotta tell you. How you mean?
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's very, very good. 11:30
No,
straight up and down, ladies and gentlemen. I am sure Miss Love has a beautiful girly word for us. I'm not sure if we have any more pictures up there, but I know she got a girly word.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
This one was contributed, actually.
A word.
Of course. And I like it. So I said I'm going to share it.
Somebody took the time out their schedule to find the right category to go to the terminal to get this word here.
Yes.
Right.
And they never have on shoes. They had on
Everything
tennis.
you need is already inside you. Don't wait for others to light your fire.
Uh-oh.
You have your own matches. Good morning.
Watch out.
I ain't got no match.
Yes, you
Some
do.
Some
dig
people got their own
dig
paintbrush.
deep.
Some people got their own paintbrush and their own paint.
Right. Dig deep and you'll find it.
That's right. That's right.
Now
we
we
go to the
have
first
first
part.
part of the man's perspective. Miss
And
Di
it's very
says
similar.
It's overcast over there. I'm
Yeah.
telling her it's raining.
this perspective is very similar to yours, Miss Love.
Oh, for real?
It says you are both the sculpture and the marble.
Ooh.
Shape yourself daily. Your life is a sentence in eternity's story. Make it worthy of reading. Write well. And that is deep. Not only are we the marble that has to be sculpted, we are the sculptor. So we have to work on ourselves. And that go down to the bottom line where Morning Stew have always been saying, personal responsibility. There it is. Speaking about personal responsibility, ladies and gentlemen,
now we have
riding his bike all the way here with that 3-year bike got frills, man. Watch out now, watch out.
No bonanza.
Bonanza. Oh, I mean, hey, Paul, I think the cattle just jumped out of the herd.
That's how I gets down with mines.
Bicycle.
All right. Get it up, man. Start to play out there. All right.
My boy, how we gone for talking about straight things, Miss Love? Tell me, please. We gone for talking about serious things, about being informed in times of crisis.
Yes.
To Frisco, they ride on a horse and me to sing ding 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 ding. How we get there? Ding 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 ding. Again, there again.
Remember, this is the stew.
How we get there?
But wait, who tell you the horse on the ride?
That never horse. Sorry. No, oh yes, guy with the spunk behind him. Whoa, watch out. Carry on smartly.
Oh gosh.
Carry on smartly.
Oh boy, as we proceed inside your Tuesday, this is the Morning Stew. You better ask somebody.
Yeah, let you know.
In case you didn't know, this ain't,
right.
this ain't your regular show.
No, it's not.
Oh.
No, it's not.
If you can't stand it, you have to come out of this kitchen, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Gotta get hot
This
sometimes.
is not for the weak.
Woo, I done run up my light bill just now. God damn it.
You better conserve your energy, boy.
Yes, because
somebody gave him something.
Later on tonight is freaking Tuesday, baby.
That's right.
He's gearing up.
Oh.
The only day you want to say ding 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 ding
Yes.
ding ding ding.
Whether the subject later might be horseback riding.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All
Yo,
right.
I tell you, I like ride saddle, but when I want to get close to nature, I ride bareback. I know the trick, yo. Because the saddle, you have to go through too much thing for the tighten it up. If you don't tighten it up, you slip.
We have a glass of water right here.
Yes, there you go.
I'm minding my business. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
All right. So my man's
Yes.
perspective, man's perspective is very profound.
Okay.
I'll say the spices in the stew having an effect.
Yes. Yes.
Well, thank you, Mayor.
All right.
We don't hear from Meredith long, you know.
Yeah. No, Meredith was in my DMs just now.
Joe.
Yeah, she said that the person was caught.
Really?
He says that the brother of that person was accused of the same type of thing. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Any try the genetics?
No excuse.
I don't know. But anyway.
Yolanda Peters, good morning.
Yeah, what's up, Yolanda? Yes. All right, here we go. Man's perspective. Most people have limited their thinking and would feel very comfortable if you would limit yours too.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now check it out. Men, us, we are the result of the 5 people you spend the most time around.
Joe.
You are the result of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So you need to be careful of who you allow yourself to be exposed to.
They're not good for your spirit.
No, I not to say positive or negative. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I know two of them not so bad, but I have to check who all they in that group. I have to check who all in that group because I want to affect me positively.
Listen to it carefully. No, I choose a number of 5. It could be somebody else might have 10 or 8. Whoever on a weekly basis, who are the people you regularly see or spend your time with? It could be any number. But I don't think it can be over 10. I don't think it can be over 10.
No, it not be over 10. I tell you, it be Hannah, Dana, you, Lisa. And I really have to start to think above that. Honest to God.
No, you got people who say regularly their host too.
Smithy breads,
Right.
like that. Smithy and bread, yeah.
So you are the result of the people you spend the most time with. So you have to be careful who you allow yourself to be exposed to.
Mm-hmm. I have to make bread stop crying because I put directly on and start to talk like this. Welcome everybody this to the morning stew.
Why you do that to my boy?
No, some people.
Yes.
Out of that group. Remember the first part where I say?
Yes.
A lot of people have limited their thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I never said they have limited thinking. They have limited their thinking.
They're thinking.
They have parameters and how many different things they think about. The scope of their thinking.
Right. They could very well go beyond that. Somebody who have limited thinking can't go beyond that. But those who have limited their thinking could go beyond that.
Yep.
There's a difference. Now, those who have limited their thinking, they stay in an easy mode.
Mm-hmm.
And would be glad if you stay in an easy mode too. So while you might make success, so this is a part we always say that thing, but sometimes you never know that the people around you are the one you envy you the most and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they have limited their thinking, and it would feel good if you limited yours too.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them might go beyond just being wrong to convince you to do things that would have you limit your thinking too.
Yes, Lord, preach it.
Just by being around them. So be careful who you expose yourself to, because sometimes the people you expose yourself to might be the ones that hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
You make a want to do that dance when they do church and stuff.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah, yo, I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you the honest to goodness truth. That is 100% on point. I had an acquaintance that I knew, a friend. But my friend, every time I met my friend, he was on one subject. And it was always like a negative, depressing subject.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized no matter how I felt before my friend showed up, as soon as he showed up, I got in that frame of mind.
Right, Dongley Jane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and after he would leave, I would still be in that kind of frame of mind until I realized, you know what? I made a conscious decision to cut this. And I did. And everything went cool. And lo and behold, years later, link up with me ballet again, and it was like nothing changed.
Same story.
Nothing, same story, bro.
I know
And if
people
you
like
get
that.
caught
you
up,
know.
if you get caught up in
They're
that
not good for
loop,
your spirit.
yep, terrible. Because everybody trying to work on themselves, and then when you got to take on somebody else's chakra, take on their chi, it's not conducive to your good health.
Yep.
Very good, Mr. Frisco. Very, very good. We applaud you in that man's perspective today.
Yes.
There you go.
I ride far for that one there.
That's right. We were gonna have
high and low.
We were gonna have Doris Day's Indian daughter. You remember her, Lise? Saturday.
Of course.
But Sata couldn't make it today.
Saturday.
So that's right. That's right. She couldn't make it due to immigration problems.
Uh-oh.
But yes, we did get somebody from down south in the USA. Yes, she is the wife of Mr. Michael Recht. She was named after that famous. Remember the Mason-Dixie line?
Hold on tight, folks.
She wasn't named Mason. She was named Dixie. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mrs. Recht, Dixie Recht. Go ahead, Dixie. Quick, now think about it.
All right, it says a slightly moist, moderate easterly airflow prevails. That's the truth. That's happening up here right now.
That's right.
In our forecast, cloudy at times with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms occurring around the country today. Activity will gradually become isolated by this evening, then redevelop over the south tonight. Winds blowing from the east at 10 to 20 knots. The sea state is moderate. Waves beyond the reef 4 to 6 feet. Temperature. Temperatures for today 88 degrees Fahrenheit inland areas, 94 degrees Fahrenheit, and in the hills 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Watch out.
We are currently experiencing a low tide. A high tide comes in at 2:15 this afternoon. Another low is on schedule just after 9 p.m. and 9 minutes after. Sun will set this evening at
99 minutes to 8.
And the moon will set at 11:20 tonight. In our outlook, this is through to Wednesday night. It says mainly fair conditions with isolated showers or thunderstorms developing, except for Wednesday, and actually developing expected for Wednesday and Wednesday night. That's what it says. Our forecaster is Crystal Rosales, and that's your weather.
Thank you, Miss Krista Rosales and Dixie Recht. Please say hello, Michael Recht, for me. Ladies and gentlemen, we were going to have somebody from BDF, Mr. Jonathan Parks, but you know, no captain or nothing, so Private Parks couldn't make it. But yes, Private Parks wanted to come, but couldn't get it. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Dis. You remember Mr. Dis, Lise?
Yeah.
Remember John? Ladies and gentlemen, John Dis.
John Dis. Don't get it. All right. Well, all right. There you go. The visible Doppler imagery. You do see a little, some little showers offshore, and then you see more in the south. Yep, over the mountains. So yeah, true to form. Yep. So you do have scattered showers.
It's a happening.
Yes. See, that's what we want. We want people to zoom in on the Doppler and tell us where the rain's at.
That's right.
Where it's raining in your neck of the woods.
You see, we just told you that it was raining exactly in the lap of luxury just now.
Yeah,
so,
boy.
Yeah, so there are scattered showers all around the country, especially more so in the north. But yeah. Let's see. I'm looking towards it. I know to see the days. Let me see the days. Zoom the things up. We see the days.
Wasted days and
wasted
nights.
All right. All right, they look fun though. All right. Hold on, let me switch back my stuff. But yeah. Where is it? Here we go. All right. Yeah, I see a piece of it. So there's, today and tomorrow. See, tomorrow look nice and clear.
Oh, for real?
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
I don't know why him. Well, let me get a zoom in right there.
Can I get a zoom?
Can I get all right.
Can I get a what? What?
Okay, let me zoom the whole days go up.
What?
But yeah, so Friday, Saturday, I mean, yeah. Yeah, today I might get some more showers and then I look for tropical activity. There might be another wave next week. Sunday into Monday. You might see some more showers. Go Sunday into Monday for me, Alexi. There you go.
Let's see.
Sunday into Monday. So there you go. More showers coming your way. That's another wave right there. Sunday into Monday, yeah.
And back on.
So, yep. Hey, we're in July. We're in hurricane season, so we'll be getting these waves. All right.
Looking for the rainbow.
Yep. All right, that's about it. The weatherman has it correct.
Thank you very much, Mr. John Dis, for that beautiful weather. Yo, you know what I've been wondering? You know how people
What
say...
is it that you've been wondering?
And I hope that a teacher could help me because I've been thinking about this all my last 10 minutes. You know how you just said that the weather will prevail or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. After it prevails,
mm-hmm.
would it be considered veiling? If you're in the...
If prevail. Okay.
Yeah, if it's a prevail, so is it considered veiling?
Mm-hmm.
And after it veiled, would it be a post-veil?
Yes,
because you know, if there's a pre-veil, there must be a veil and a post-veil.
Then the post-veil. Yeah, everything you said, that's correct.
Yeah, it overload me with information. I might just short circuit like on a computer.
I think it'll blow me out, but that's a serious question right there.
Yeah, I feel like I just short circuit just now. So.
All right, so one of our stewards just sent us 2 old school pictures.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Can we get them, please, Lexi?
Drop it and then we go to a break.
Yes.
Who them people are?
Well, if I can see them, I will tell you.
Yeah, from the Royal Bank.
Royal Bank.
Oh,
Royal Bank.
Yes. Yeah, boy.
That Nova Scotia seal back in the day?
That Royal Bank.
Royal Bank was, Belize Bank is where Royal Bank used to be.
Okay. So that made the seal? I swear I said a seal or something else.
Royal. That seal used to do well, no, that. They had a medical seal. That looked like one like Chris Malik family.
Not true? Hey, Chris Malik, is that your father?
He looked like his family.
Is that your father?
Yes, right.
Alright.
Dial 114 BTE.
Is that your daddy?
Yes, current accounts, Royal Bank. And then I remember this logo.
BTL, we had National Telephone System.
Yes, where BTA me mean?
No,
they
BTA,
forget one A.
Belize, BTA. What BTA me mean? Belize something?
Telephone Association?
I don't know. What BTA me mean?
I think they forget one A behind the B. I think that's my bata.
No, somebody help me right now. What BTA? Yeah, what was that? Belize Telecommunications something.
Belize Telecommunications.
No. I know that, you know. I remember that something, some kind of
Belize Telephone.
Okay, he's gonna tell me right now. Just give me a little minute.
Affiliate Association.
As soon as he tells me, I'll let you know. Oh,
I bet you I guarantee you the first letter I Belize.
Belize Telecommunications Authority. Okay?
That's the way I'm gonna say. That's the way I'm gonna say.
Okay, authority.
Boca.
There you go.
Yeah, Ronald said Ronald know everything.
Oh, Ronald and Boca is on the money.
Yes.
I had to tell you.
Dial 114.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What that for?
I don't know.
Try dial 114.
Wasn't that for the operator?
I'm gonna say operator back then.
Operator, could you help me please?
Emergency.
That's right.
Operator.
Well, exactly. Right. Very good, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very, very much for all of you. Oh, you see me, Frisco and Lisa, each of we know 33 1/3% of everything. And that's good. So we know 100% of everything when it comes together. But it look like Boca and Ronaldo and have 50% of everything they know.
No, man, you have to share it up now with this two has got one of that percentage.
I didn't tell you because, man.
I think you have to go 25 no, G. You have to go 25.
Yeah. I do wait for CY tell me if there is a veiling because
He's
right
busy
now.
Today.
We'll be right.
Okay.
All right, we'll take the break.
Nothing. That mean they got one earbud in. They laugh out of one half of him out.
We'll be right back.
I tell you.
Whether you are a busy person or stuck in traffic or having an adverse or very demanding circumstance, tension builds up, causing you to be stressed out. Stress attacks everyone, anytime, any age. And stress is a killer. Palm City? It's best to be alive than dead. So visit Freetown Drugstore to get options to relieve stress and to relax your mind.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you today?
I'm so stressed out.
Okay, I'm saying I help you out right now. When I this daily, for 10 days, I am good after that, okay?
Okay.
Freetown Drugstore, 28 Freetown Road, where you are better off alive than dead. Freetown Drugstore, telephone 223-2876.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow due to the annual surplus and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
Manuel, it looked like the jar stuck again. I think we need to go to Builders Hardware.
Again? We can't we just order online?
Oh, that's right. Manuel, I forgot the jar slides.
In 2024, the Belizean diaspora took over Los Angeles with the first ever Belize Diaspora Summit, and you know the only thing that could be ever better than that is to do it again. Belize Diaspora Summit 2.0. This time it takes place in the state of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center, July 10th, the 11th, the 12th. Belizeans from the diaspora, Belizeans from home in Belize, join together. Let's do it again. 3 days, government services, clinics, business displays, kitty corner, pop-up trivias, panel discussions. There will be highlights for business mixers. There will be a live performance of Racindio. Destiny Wagner is going to be there. There's going to be a live performance of Makobi. And you will have Immigration and Civil Rights Town Hall. Special guest Kenneth Gibson, interview and book reading. There will be a wind-up reception, rhythms and rum. It's happening, Police Dashboard 2.0, Florida, Fort Lauderdale Board Convention Center. Don't miss it. today. Today is your birthday.
Right. Folks celebrating a birthday today. Who we got?
Let's see who we have.
Well, if these people did not know it was their birthday, today they will. This
I hope
is
they know
Young
now.
C. Ronald Renner celebrating a
AKA?
birthday today. Young C.
There you go.
Happy birthday, Young C. Hope you have
Happy
many more.
birthday to you.
Producer extraordinaire.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But not only that, also celebrating a birthday today. Well, also celebrating an anniversary yesterday. Mr. and Mrs. Young C. 16
Mr.
years
and
together.
Mrs. Reno?
Yes, congratulations, guys. Keep it going. Just
the
let your
steam
love
burning.
flow like a bird on a wing. And this is Miss Sheena Burns celebrating a birthday on this day. There she is having I would imagine that is a margarita.
That looks like a pina colada.
A pina colada is what I meant. Yes, it's the pina colada. The margarita is green, I think. Anyway, happy birthday to you, Miss Sheena Burns.
Happy
Please take a
birthday.
seat for me. And enjoy yourself.
Happy birthday. And here we have one of the aunties, Auntie Extraordinaire, Ivo. It's Ivorine. So happy birthday to you, Ivorine. This is coming to you from your entire family with love, wishing you all the best on your birthday. And here's hoping you live to see many more happy birthdays, especially your niece, Putal. And there's Ivo again.
Ivo.
Yes, you say Ivo, she answers. So happy birthday, Ivorine. Coming from everybody who loves you, wishing you all the best and many more happy birthdays.
Happy birthday, Miss Ivo.
Mm-hmm.
What?
One and
I want to
only.
say shout out to see what. Oh, this is the one and only Mr. Joel Dara Robinson.
Whee!
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Dara.
Yes, Dara,
That's
big up
right.
yourself. Happy birthday.
right.
No, the man not Earth Strong. You don't know he not Earth Strong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, well, Earth Strong to you, or happy Earth Strong on your birthday, sir. I hope you enjoy it. That's right. Before we went to break, Lisa said that CY is busy today and she could not hear us. And I made a sly comment that no worries, CY got one earbud
She's
in.
busy doing something.
Yeah, she got one earbud in the laugh out of half eye mouth. CY Messenger me, right, Groove?
So this is the brother, my baby brother, Gene. Happy birthday to you. We wish you all the best on your birthday. Happy birthday. And he starts it for us.
Yes. Happy birthday, good sir.
It's happy. Come on, Steve. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Oh, okay. How you do it?
Happy together. Happy birthday.
Birthday. Very good. I'm learning, Miss Love.
Yay.
Yes. Notice you not teach Frisco, ladies and gentlemen, because Frisco no key. All right.
He's not interested.
Yes. 1 minute past the hour of 12 o'clock, ladies and
It
gentlemen.
is.
We are about to turn into pumpkins.
Yeah, we gotta go. Let me send a shout out to Mr. Marvin Kelly, man. He was up on the authority. Also, Francisco
Marvin.
Madrid was up on the authority. They from the old school. They know what that thing was back then.
Uh-huh.
CY as
right.
well.
Okay.
So a couple of our stewards knew the answer.
Yes.
What are they going to get, Steve?
You're gonna win yourself a dining room set from Broyhill. Yo, I mean, talked to Rasbok yesterday. And Rasbok said that the oregano aisle good for all kind of thing. He sent me a picture of the hair on the head. He says, "See how it make me hair to grow."
What is wrong with you?
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
It's that take us out of here, man. We gotta go.
Leave him alone.
I never said nothing.
Trouble. You're not trouble. Who not trouble you? Be careful.
Oh, you know you're not to trouble me.
I know he's not. He don't do that.
Oh,
well, hold on.
Thank you so much.
Public service message. I don't know. This according to BWS. Unplanned water interruption to the entire south side area of Belize City, along with Lisa at 8 miles.
In Paradise?
Western Pines due to broken main from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Get out
Really?
of town.
Which one the main and we part of them foot them, bro?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Never mind. Careful, then. On the full of the bucket of water.
It just got serious.
Yes.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for staying with us. Please take care of yourself. For some reason, you got to be out there. Please stay dry, stay safe, and keep yourself hydrated as well. Thanks to all of our stewards at home and abroad who chimed in. Cello, Ram Hofferman, Miss Edna Pollard, also Miss Di, CY. Got nothing but love for y'all. Take care, enjoy, have yourselves a wonderful day. If God is willing, we will see you right back here tomorrow. Take care of you. Anyone I promised to take care of me. Thank you, Miss Lexi. Ayo.
Yes.
Yeah. Ronald said that BTA was the first GOB asset that was privatized in 1987. And do you know what an ascot is?
No.
You know what an ass is? An ass is a little donkey. An ascot is a little donkey's bed.